They've been asked for reading on how can caring people, what's the best we can do for the detained children? What's the best that we can do for them? Yeah, it's a good question because they don't allow you to give, they don't allow you to donate things. They don't, they're not allowing any of that. So what can we do? What can we do? What can we do to detain children? Trying to get in the drawer here. What can we do to help the children, detain children? Shuffle anymore. See what we have so far. Underneath of it all, trusted confidant. We have imagination, challenges imagination. We have the wheel of fortune. So what I'm getting in the last one we have is King of Swords. Now, in this image, what I'm getting from this is imagination, Wheel of Fortune. This is, underneath of it all is going to have a karmic thing, and we have to, the confidant thing is, I mean, we just have to continue to listen to those that know, and imagination, we're going to have to be inventive and continue to protest, take a knee. This reminds me of the ball players, the football players taking a knee in protest. So we need to continue to lobby, continue to protest without violence, not having violence. Violence is not going to solve it. But underneath of it all, we have to continue to protest it and think of more inventive ways to do that. Okay. In the center of it all, we have decline, all passion spent. People are getting wore out with this because it's just been craziness. We have them being served up, but they're not being served well. Okay, we need more compassion. There needs to be more compassion. And I think it needs to be also, the moon. We need to get to the truth of the matter, because really the challenge is to make sweeping changes, magician, okay, to really be able to get in there and make these changes, because they're not being served well, and we're being told things that are not always true. Moon. We're still getting illusion. They're still covering over things. We're not being told the whole truth of what's going on. Okay, going into it, we have the lovers, and we have those. Now, I think this is those that are standing guard, watching them. Okay, and they're not doing a good job. Again, this is going to come down to the Wheel of Fortune, karmic consequences of that. They're not doing it out of love and compassion. They're doing it from a stance of, it's not a happy face, okay? So what can we do? Now, we need to try to figure a way to take some kind of action. Again, protesting, but we need to continue to go forward, watching our back while we do it. The challenge is the aspiration, getting enough people together to continue to protest, to continue to want to see their rights. Okay, above it all. Yeah, people are, bored. They don't know what to do, how to come together. Okay, and they're feeling like there's been a lot of loss. Again, above it we have challenges, the uncertainty of what can I do, because they really have the avenues pretty much closed. You're not allowed to donate. You're not allowed to see them. You're not allowed to. They've got it really closed off. On the other side of it, we have. This is the card of the fantasies and the. And then here we have the ones that are really not being not serious in what they're doing. The challenge is Trump. Okay, Trump just keeps pulling out these fantasies, and that they're all the problems we keep hearing about it. Okay, well, that's not helping us. Cards, we need to know what we can do. Okay, we see this as a situation. They're not taking care of them. We need to protest. We need to be inventive in that. But can you give us a little something better to go on than that? We need some information. Okay, we need something to go on. I think that it's going to have to take either the House or the courts, challenging these things, their foolishness, what they're doing, okay? Because this needs to be nurtured. They need to do something that's going to, again, not in a violent way, but in a place of authority. We need to have authority to counteract this ridiculous juggling act that they're doing. Okay, so we need to nurture that, more court action, more, I guess it's, now which way I go. Okay. Okay, we need to do more of calling it out. We need to do more calling it out. Again, in a stable way, in a balanced way, but we need to call this stuff out in order to have a challenge of success. Okay? We just really, there needs to be a huge backlash of people protesting and trying to get the House and the courts to act. Will this be handled through the courts? Judgment. Queen of Coins. Speed. Yeah, the fastest way to do it, the judgment, is to have, have to want it, and the challenge is speed, but it's got to be done through the courts. We have to find a way to protest and bring it through the courts. Yeah. What about prayer? Prayer for them. Yeah, prayer. We want to see a house with cups in it. We want to see them being fulfilled. We want to see something decent coming forward. Okay? And this is going to take strong action, strong caring, from the heart again, because the challenge is the devil. Let's face it, this is the challenge. The egocentric criminals that are in there now. So prayer can't hurt, Prayer for the best for the situation, for the best for these children. Because even when they get out, they're going to really have a difficult time. Okay? So protesting, trying to get some more things to go through the court. We need more strong action, in the government. Prayer can't hurt. And protesting. Massive protests could also help. Massive protests because there have to be more protests for them wanting to release them than there are for the Trump supporters that are calling them all criminals. Okay, so we need to have large protests. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. Have a great day. Thank you for asking.